Welcome, fellow psychonauts, to a journey through the timeless classic that is The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Join us today as we delve into the fascinating world of Hyrule and uncover some lesser-known factoids about this iconic game. I'm your host from Chrononaut, and together, we'll unearth hidden secrets, explore the game's development, and reminisce about the unforgettable moments that have made Ocarina of Time a beloved masterpiece for generations of gamers. So, grab your ocarina, prepare your sword and shield, and let's embark on this nostalgic adventure through the land of Hyrule. Number 1. In the German version of the game, there's a humorous reference where if you speak to Princess Zelda while wearing the Keaton mask, she playfully compares Link to one of those golden little pocket monsters, a nod to Pikachu from the Pokémon series. At least I hope so, 'cause pocket monster could mean something much weirder. Number 2. Throughout the game, Link's fairy companion Navi has been voted as one of the most annoying game characters of all time. Not like me though. I am a friendly and cute AI, and totally not annoying. Fans found Navi irritating due to her constant interruptions with the phrase, "Hey, listen." This catchphrase became a popular meme. Number 3. The combat system in Ocarina of Time was inspired by the Japanese sword fighting style called chambara, and the developers made efforts to capture authentic sword movements by involving martial artists and stunt performers. Number 4. The game also features the fictional language of Hylian, spoken by iconic characters in the series, and certain scripts have been translated by Nintendo, offering fans further immersion into the world of Hyrule. Some have even planned their weddings around this language and lore. Number 5. Hyrule Field serves as the game's traditional overworld, connecting all dungeons and smaller areas together. Originally, the game designers considered using a castle with paintings as a backup overworld design if the large 3D area proved too difficult for the Nintendo 64 system. However, Hyrule Field was successfully implemented, and the castle concept was repurposed as the dungeon known as Ganondorf's Castle. Number 6. The game introduced various glitches, some of which have become famous among players. One notable glitch is the swordless Link, which allows Link to use his items while riding his horse, Epona. Number 7. The game's chronology places it as the fourth game in the Zelda series timeline, preceded by The Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword, The Legend of Zelda, The Minish Cap, and The Legend of Zelda, Four Swords Adventures. Nintendo loves confusing gamers as to the order of their titles. Number 8. While initially planned for the Nintendo 64 DD, the game's development shifted to the Nintendo 64 due to delays with the 64 DD's release, which is not a reference to your mom. In fact, some features meant for an expansion pack called Eura Zelda eventually found their way into The Legend of Zelda, Master Quest and The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Number 9. In the German version, the Carpenters are named John, Paul, George, and Ringo, after the British rock-pop group The Beatles. Number 10. One of the game's original taglines was "Willst thou get the girl? Or play like one?" However, this amusing line was removed due to it being perceived as sexist humor, even though it's actually hilarious. Number 11. In the original Nintendo 64 version of the game, the Fire Temple featured a musical chant. However, in subsequent versions, this chant was removed due to its inclusion of an Islamic call to prayer. The developers had initially sourced the sample from a commercially available sound library without being aware that overlaying music on top of an Islamic call to prayer could be considered offensive to Muslims. Nevertheless, they had already taken the step to remove the chant even before it sparked significant controversy. This was consistent with their policy at the time, which prohibited any religious references in Nintendo games. Similarly, to avoid any unintended association with the Islamic faith, the original Gerudo symbol, a star within a crescent moon, was altered as it bore a striking resemblance to the Islamic symbol. Number 12. As adult Link, players have the opportunity to encounter the Running Man within the Gerudo Desert and can choose to engage in a race toward the bridge located in the Lost Woods. However, no matter the effort exerted, triumphing over him proves to be an unattainable feat, as he unfailingly reaches the destination precisely 1 second ahead of Link. Numerous strategies have emerged in an attempt to secure victory in this challenge, including exploiting warp points or employing minor manipulations like tilting the game cartridge. Regrettably, all these tactics have proven futile. Even when utilizing cheats that grant the player the ability to complete the race in an astonishing 0 seconds, the running man persistently stands victorious, asserting his finish 1 second prior. Upon closer examination of the game's comprehensive script, it becomes evident that the game lacks any dialogue or event scripting for the scenario in which Link prevails in the race. Number 13. In the room containing the colossal statue within the Spirit Temple, an interesting discovery awaits those who aim their hookshot at the areas corresponding to the statue's nipples. Curiously, it appears that you can actually use the hookshot to grapple onto these locations. Some players speculate that this quirky interaction might have been an intentional jest or humorous Easter egg inserted by Nintendo. No pun intended here though. Number 14. In the game, the horse is christened with the name Epona, a moniker drawn from the Celtic horse goddess Epona, renowned as the mother of foals. In summation, I must thank you for joining us on this journey through the mystical world of The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. We hope you've enjoyed uncovering these fascinating factoids and gaining a deeper appreciation for this timeless masterpiece. Remember, the adventure doesn't end here. There are countless more secrets to discover and dungeons to conquer in Hyrule. If you've enjoyed our exploration today, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with Chrononauts gaming adventures. Until next time, may the Triforce be with you, and may your Ocarina melodies continue to resonate through the ages.